part of the Idolized documentary, and so I was very involved in the process of the album, and so we kind of know what the album was like equally or whatever. So we're gonna just sort of give listeners a better understanding of the album. So Corbin, he's gonna clutch on my he's gonna start with Showtime.
Oh yeah, Showtime. It was that was the intro of the album, obviously, but like Showtime, it was really that was a dope beat, you know, and it took me like a while to write it down. Like took me like probably like a week or two to write it down and whatever, but it wasn't a hard beat to write to. But like it really paid off, like based on like the length of time that it took me to get the beat done. Cause like after I got done with it and wrote it and recorded it, like I listened to it on the headphones and I was like, yes, this shit's dope.
It didn't have no hook, nothing. So it was like
didn't have no hook.
It was like straight bars.
And yeah, straight bars the whole time. I didn't want to write no story to it. Not just it wasn't just like the specific intro or like beat that made me want to like not write a story to it. It was based on it's the intro. So I was like, you know what? I should just go straight into the album, just spitting, and then
then we went into Ghost.
Yeah, then it went into Ghost.
Yeah, I produced that song. That's the oldest song on the album.
Yeah, you did.
So like really, I made Ghost around the same time I was making a lot of this stuff for Charmin State, like Strawberry Field and Aurora and stuff like that. And so we was working on Embassy and Glory when I made that beat, and so I made the beat or whatever, and I showed my friend Ant Live, who's not on the album, but there's some stuff we're doing with him. But I showed him.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, I showed him the beat or whatever. I wasn't like trying to give him the beat. I was just trying to show him the beat or whatever. And he told me to give it to this dude named Solid. That didn't end up happening. And so then I ended up talking to him, and so I was like, "Yo, let me show you this beat or whatever." And so I gave it to him, and he never ended up using it for a tape. That was gonna be the intro at one point, but he never ended up using it for Embassy and Glory. And so then one day, like later on, like April, May, he'll call me like, bro, I made a song to this beat. Like, what's it called? When you come over, I'm gonna play it for you. And you play me the song or whatever. It's like, damn, dude, that's dope. It's like, I'm about to drop it on SoundCloud. And I told him just to wait. Like, I think that should be on the album. And then it ended up being on the album. That's the first song we did for it.
Yeah.
And Celebrate was another song that shout out to Salim Rashid. He produced that song, and he had just sent me the beat in like April or May or whatever. And like I said to him or whatever, he liked it, and he started to write something to it. There was this guy who was originally gonna be on it, but nah.
I really thought I was gonna throw it away.
Yeah,
throw that beat away.
Yeah,
like because I did not know what to do with it. Like I hit my homie Vex up, and I was like, "Hey yo, let's get something done for this." Man, he was like, I was like, "I'll let you go first." And he's like, "Man, to be honest, I do not know what I can write to. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna write about. I don't know how to deliver to it." And so that just made me, I'm like, fuck, like what we gonna do?
Yeah.
And then it just happened to be one of those times and moments to where, you know, like you want to rap, you feel like you want to rap on a beat or whatever, and then like but you don't feel like, you know what I mean, asking like one to be made. So you go to your inventory and check it out, and next you know, you see that, you write to it, and then all of a sudden, bow, it just starts clicking all together. And so that's just how it happened with Celebrate, and it turned out to be very dope.
Yeah. Next song is Clams.
Next song is Clams.
Yeah, and it's produced by Ralph Dozer, who's in BK.
Shout out to Ralph Dozer, man. Like, he was supposed to be on there with me.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be on there with me, man. But like, you know, some people gotta struggle. Some people gotta go through the struggle. You know what I mean? But
he couldn't get his verse recorded.
He couldn't get it recorded, you know.
And but it's cool. He just wrote up another verse to the rapper. So like,
yeah.
So but Ralph Dozer was supposed to be on the original song, and we may drop an extended version of it one day with Ralph on it. Like, but Ralph was supposed to be on that song, but he produced the song, and yeah. Then that goes into Progression
1.5, my favorite song on the damn album.
Yeah, produced by House Medici again, and this guy on the drums.
On that. Motherfucking Rob on that.
Yeah. And he handled rapping on the drums, Medici handled the production. And the original Progression was like up until the album came out or whatever, that was like everybody was saying that's the best song. Like, that was the most well received song on the album, and Medici had produced that, and so we wanted to continue that because like that was like the first song that we did together. Like after we kind of started working together heavy, that's the first song that we got knocked out together, like in the studio. So we wanted to continue that for the album, and then that's how it came along.
Yeah. Then go straight into Idolized.
Which is produced by me and Rob. Which we should make the announcement now.
Me and
Rob have an album coming out. It's not Top Phase on Extra on that. It's Be More Chill. The album is called Plaza, and that's coming out next year, 2015. And that song was the beginning of Be More Chill. So me, this guy, we're Be More Chill, and album Plaza is coming out next year. But I'm gonna let him talk about the song though.
Idolized, I'm gonna just start off saying that right now. That's my least favorite on the whole album. It's because he disagrees. But yeah. But I mean, Idolized, I was just listening to it and I was like, this sound like, now that I think about it, I'm like, this shit sounds so monotonous, so like whatever you say it. But like, dude, I was like, I expected it to be dark, but not that dark. Oh, like, this shit was like too dark. It sounded like gothic or some shit. And then like I was just like,
it's not what you were supposed to be talking about. It's supposed to talk about how you made it.
Man, don't matter. I'm talking. I'm being open minded on my shit. But like it was, all right. Basically, all right. I'll talk about it. It was dope when I played it in the car. I like it or whatever. It's a 5-minute song. It's the longest song on the album for a reason.
Besides Ignorant.
Besides Ignorant, for a reason. You know, it's the self-titled track, and basically I was just talking about how my life, you know, like my life experiences, you know, from, you know, like the personalities of the jocks or the athletes or whatever in high school, and then through the rejection through girls or whatever, and then getting played by all the girls and everything, and then like through like me talking about my likes of a girl and everything. And so really Idolized, it was just at the end, like the theme of it is basically like, yeah, you heard this, and basically the song is to idolize people at the very end.
Yeah. And then next song after that is my favorite on the album, Roses with Vex, who's also our brother
Vex,
from BK,
from the Midwest.
Yeah, he's in BK. And that song was produced by House Medici, who was also in BK, so that's just like an all BK song. And that's when the first song we started working on for it. And that's like the last one we finished. That's the last one we finished. Last. And that's one of the first one. That's like the second, third song we started working on for it. Like we started working on that song when like March, April type thing. We started working on it then. And he wrote a verse to it, but he lost it, and so then he had to struggle rewriting another verse to it.
You have to say that shit.
I mean, he did, and then but he got the verse done, and then Vex had to struggle writing his verse, recording his verse, and they had a hard time. Like it's just a hard song that we had a hard time making it, but all around it came out good, and we liked the way it came out. It's my favorite song.
It was worth it.
Yeah, the song called Dallas Interlude. All right, let me talk about it. It's a girl named Dallas. That was his good friend or whatever. Still is, and he had feelings for her. And that was him just getting it off his chest, like talking, basically just telling her or whatever. And that was his way of getting over her, because he just had to get over whatever, and he's over it now, right?
Yep.
And Paris. I had a few people ask me this or whatever, so I guess I'll just say, no, that's me talking at the beginning of Paris. And then Cassandra is not her real name. I mean, I'm not gonna say her real name in the video, but it's this girl out that she's dope. She's dope, and I think most of you guys will figure out who she is eventually. New stuff is coming out next year, bro.
Yeah, you might as well up, bro. You already up close, yo.
Yeah, new stuff is coming out next year. And then his verse, is dope on that. And then me and him made the beat. That's another Be More Chill beat.
Rob was fire on the mix, by the way.
Yeah. And then that goes into Ignorant.
Yes. Ignorant was a dope ass track. Like that's like I'll say that's like my third most favorite on the album.
Yeah.
And like it was just they obviously, you know, Ignorant, you know what that means. You should know what that means, you know. And for the people who don't, I mean, the song was just basically like this: we don't give a fuck, and we'll say what we want, and we'll do what we want. And basically, that's what the whole message of the song was about.
So his verse was just this hard ass verse that he did to his raw beat, but that song ended up becoming something else, and so then he sort of took some blondes and it made his verse to that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Besides the last beat that we were talking about, it took so long to write on Showtime and Celebrate and everything. Ignorant was very hard to write to.
Yeah, that was another beat that we had from like the jump. Also, our brother Ralph Dozer was supposed to be on this song as well, but he couldn't get none of his verses done. But that's cool.
This was actually supposed to be like a 6-man track.
It is a 6-minute track. It's supposed to be
6-man track.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we supposed to have Ant, Calvin. We still supposed to have Ralph and
that was for flexing, dude.
That was for flexing.
Not for this. This one was just you and Vex.
It was this one too.
Ralph. No, this was the BK season. I remember.
It was.
Yeah, the other song was flexing because we had Blow do a verse for that, but that never came out. Yeah, that was for flexing, which never happened. I don't know. That may happen one day. It's up to Blow. That's his song. So if y'all want that, hit up Blow. But this dude produced. This dude's a maniac, man. But you don't have to do that every time. Well, what's it called? But it's Ignorant. So yeah, hard verse. So now whatever. And then my bro Alex. I don't know if you guys know this, but Alex, that's my brother in real life. He's my adoptive brother. I don't know if you guys know that. We adopted him from Mexico when he was 3.
Yes,
that's my little brother. But no, I'm just kidding. But he's actually older than me. But that's his first time ever rapping, and he did it all off beat. But whatever,
give him some slack, cause I know most of y'all niggas been trying to roast on him and everything.
But like, he's doing. He wasn't playing. But he was playing on that. But like he's doing some new stuff or whatever. It's pretty. You'll see next year. Next year's a dope year. And then Vex, dude. Vex had no. Y'all should hear the first verse Vex did that we had to take off. We have to redo it.
That nigga was wild.
Hot. So you have to. But it was
still
just
wild and hot.
But it was just because we couldn't mix it right because he was coughing and laughing and stuff in it. But the first verse was worse. Like he was really going off. But then he did the second verse. This was his second take. It was his fifth take. It was the second take. But that's the second verse he did for the second verse he sent to us or whatever. And that was a crazy song. And then Vex verse crazy. Like he mentioned he managed this album, this him, this us, this all the BK. And then also for some reason he put this guy named Tay Savage in the what's it called, in the mix whatever. but like I said, we
fuck that nigga.
We don't know him like that. His name is Taylor Kinsey. We don't know Tay Savage. And then then track 11 is what's it called, It's Nowadays. And that was, even though it was one of like the last beats we got for it, that was one of like the first songs we like finished for it
real fast.
He wrote that song in like 30 minutes and then he recorded it, got it mixed, and he put that as a single. Like
I remember I called Todd and I told him, like, dude, I don't know what to do to this. Like I really don't, what am I gonna write about? And then they said, I was like, all right, dude, I'll call you back. Then like I said, half hour later, bro, I'm done.
It's like 30. It was like 30 minutes later, and then like I said, we dropped that song November 10th, and he finished that song on November 6th, and we got that beat on November 4th. So that was like a very, very short process.
To be honest, I forgot when I released that one.
Yeah, I remember all the dates and stuff. But and then the last song is Hard Knocks.
Yes,
that's the second song we finished for it.
Keep throwing up peace on, raw, you know what I mean?
Yeah, produced by this guy again. He produced half the album. Hard Knocks.
One of my favorite beats of all time.
Yes, sir.
And that's one of the first. That's the second song we finished for it.
That is my most successful song
so far. Yeah, it's like
so far.
It's like
1,100
plays or something like that. That's good. Doing good. People like it.
That's an anthem for your ass.
Yeah, and people like it. That's the outro to the album, and people like it, and we glad that people like it. And
very glad.
There's the unreleased video for it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that though, because now people gonna be like, "Where the video at?"
Yeah, where the video?
Yeah, but and then there's a bonus track if you do download that, and that is bonus track is called 7 o'clock freestyle, and that is a freestyle he did at 7 o'clock in the morning over
A Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, Acid Rain by Chance the Rapper. I mean, I wasn't here when he did it because it was 7 o'clock. I would have been up anyway, but he had sent it to me. He sent it to me when he finished it. I was like, yeah, dope. That's the bonus track. Yeah, so yeah, that's the album.
BK.
What's your favorite on the album?
My favorite song on the album is Celebrate, Ghost, Hard Knocks, and Progression 1.5.
All right, my favorites is Roses, Ignorant, Celebrate,
and Ignorant. That's
yeah, and Celebrate, and dude, I like Nowadays a lot too. I like Nowadays.
Rob,
Clams, Hard Knocks, Ghost, Celebrate. I think that might be it.
Yeah.
Alright, man. I'm like, like last of all, like, you know what, we're gonna do some thanks, you know, give like little quick shout outs. And I like to give a shout out to, like, you know, my moms. I like to give a shout out to Coach Page from Raytown High School. And then
Tell him why though.
Because he's actually a dick. Football was life back in the day till he cut me on some bullshit. Wasn't my fault, all his fault. But and then then I like to give a shout out to all my BK bros, like, you know, like Ty, Rob, Vex, Medici, Foxy, you know, who else? Ralph and Alex.
Yeah.
And so
I like to give a shout out to my mom too, because without my mom, this I wouldn't be happening either. Because she will always drop me here whenever I need it. Like, I'll drop the dime, drop me here. Shout out to my mama. And also, I want to shout out. I want to shout out that girl from Chili's who stole my tip.
54th.
Yeah, that's why we should have went to Chili's. Oh God, that wouldn't happen.
That would have been the same.
Nah, bro.
They got roaches in there, bro.
But they wings is more fire. So
you still would got 8 on your tip, so it don't matter.
yeah, and yeah,
Still took that L, bro.
All right, yeah, and I want to give it. I want to, like I said, yeah, I want to give a shout out to everybody who helped with the album. I want to give a shout out to everybody who downloaded the album. And I want to give a shout out to like Salim and Red. Shout out to those guys for helping. They're not BK, but shout out to those guys. Shout out to Big Money Blow for doing the rest for the album. It just didn't make the cut. But shout out
for you coming through though.
Yeah, and
come through. I always
come through. Yeah, and shout out to, like I said, anybody who and then yeah, that's it. I think.
Rob, you got something to say?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do too many shout outs because, you know, people be getting their feelings. But shout out Ralph, BK, my nigga Raiden, ATL, and everybody who's been rocking with us, you know. And myself, you know, you always gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, shout out to, he mixed the entire album, by the way. Rob mixed the entire album.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Big shouts out to Rob.
Yeah.
Robbo. Alright, so yeah, I mean, that's it, you know. Idolized Part 3.
The last part in this long
as hell. It's fun. It's like the most fun, like most outgoing one. You know.
Yeah, man, this is really how I do it.
It's weird. It's very weird.
And so, like, yeah, just listen to the album and know these 3 kids made it. These 3 kids made the album. Know it.
Yes, sir. And so, yeah, all right. See y'all guys later in the long run. Catch y'all on the rebound.
BKK 2015.